take Jinx here? Doesn't that kind of counterintuitively react to their bans really well?
I mean, realistically, with 2 AP junglers up and available, Mad Lions are going to get their pick of the litter. They're going to pass one back to Pain, so Pain are going to feel okay about that. But Robo getting an early pick Renekton does set him up to be counterpicked by Armut on the top side. And we were talking about this before it came to picks and bans. Bot lane was the focus that we heard from on the desk. Yes, absolutely, we need to look there. Top lane, the secondary focus. Robo, the hit-miss this tournament so far. A similar story for Armut based on what we saw early in the game. So setting up Robo for success, a good look. But if Armut gets a nice counterpick here, it could be a very different story.
Yeah, and Renekton, he's got his second most played. This split, really high win rate, 73% win rate for Robo on that Renekton. But it looks like Mad Lions aren't going to take away the Jinx. They're going to commit to the Rumble jungle, most likely, and then pick up the Lucian, which is sort of a flex, you could argue, to 3 lanes, top, mid, and AD. But it's probably going mid lane here for Humanoid, and that's going to get paired with the Rumble. So a lot of early jungle mid priority there. We'll have to see how PNG react, because picking your mid jungle here would make a lot of sense. The Morgana responds onto the Rumble. How does tinowns want to respond to Humanoid's Lucian? And Humanoid, the last time he went up against tinowns, he got solo killed.
It was, honestly, the last time these two games played, it was absolute insanity. Again, you heard it on the desk. I'm hoping we get a similar level of craziness, although as an EU pundit, I can't help but hope that the 10 HP Nexus manages to hold out one more time for the side of Mad. That said, taking their time here on the support lock, and now keep in mind, the primary AD mid laners have been taken off the board. That is the Lucian and the Tristana. So something that you normally like to pair with Morgana, not always there. Maybe they go deeper. We've seen Pentanet obviously adopt a lot of the more creative AD mid picks, but for now it is going to be support priority here again, trying to make sure that Luci and brTT are comfortable on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Armut's going to lock in his Gnar, you'd expect here. Makes a lot of sense. Double AD solo laners with the Rumble, and now this Renekton could go mid. There's a world where it could go mid. tinowns has played one game of Renekton this year in the mid lane, but up against Lucian Rumble, I think that's going to be a very difficult matchup. Lucian can just go for exhaust, for example, and then from there onwards, he's just going to keep the push most of the game. So a bit worried for Pain Gaming here a little bit coming into the second phase of the bans, because what happens if they ban away things like Elyoya? You're really lacking the AD mids, and if you're playing double AP mid jungle into Lucian Rumble, I think you're just going to lose way too much priority in the early game.
It is certainly going to be tough, and already with the composition that has been put together by Pain Gaming, we are really looking for some source of kind of more hyper carry damage. Of course, they could always play for early game, but it does feel like when you have Renekton topside, Alistar, Morgana, so many supportive champions to set up, brTT going to be one of the players that certainly has to step up in this game.
Yeah, and I wonder if they're going to ban away Jinx here as well. That would be 5, arguably 4, because of the Tristana AD carry bans coming in here. And then you're looking at things like Samira, Kalista, that maybe Pain want to run. Maybe Kalista, Alistar, Samira, Alistar is the angle they want to run here, but Mad Lions obviously respecting the Renekton flex, banning out things like the Aurelia Wukong. Aurelia can go top as well, but Wukong more of a top laner for sure.
And I think you can tell the hesitation here on the last ban. It's a big gamble. You have to be careful about what you let through here for Carzzy and Kaiser. They are going to get the luxury of either counterpicking AD or support, their choice here on the red side.
Yeah, have to see what support they go for. Nautilus is open. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kaiser go for something like that, but the Varus insta lock in for Mad Lions, they just want to secure that for themselves. So last pick for support, not really a counter pick for Mad Lions, because Alistar has already been shown. But Pain Gaming investing 4 AD bans, committing to a Jhin here. So the Jhin somewhat makes sense here, because Mad Lions don't have that much frontline, barring the Gnar, who will be a little bit tanky. Obviously not frontline Sion, so the Jhin should be able to deal with that. And now it all comes down to their mid laner, which we've been questioning. Are they going to play an AP mid laner here against this comp of Mad Lions?
It's a debate. I like what we're seeing so far.
Rise Morgana. I like the Rise Morgana. We won't talk about hovers too much, but the AP mid jungle, like we said a couple of times, I mean, if the Lucian just kind of runs for things like the cleanse, it's going to be very difficult to punish it. Syndra, a lot more burst. I like that. A lot more kill pressure onto Lucian. If he dashes forwards, you can get the stun. A lot of chain CC here for the mid jungle Pain Gaming, but the later the game goes, the more difficult it's going to be for them on the side lane. This is where they're going to struggle. Side lanes. Mad Lions with the 1-3-1 comp, and Pain Gaming with the sort of 1-4 comp here.
And you highlighted it so well that without a tanky frontliner, it doesn't really feel like the Syndra and the Jhin are going to get punished. There's not going to really be someone beefy to punish them. A Braum, of course, would change that. A Tahm Kench as well would certainly make Syndra's life more difficult. So it is going to be the defensive pick from the side of the Mad Lions. Very hard for the Jhin and the Syndra to find a lot of effect here up against such a good defensive pick in the team fights.
Yeah, the only difference in these team comps is the side laners, right? So Mad Lions will have a 1-3-1, Pain Gaming will have a 1-4, but both are pretty good in team fights. You have good engage on Pain Gaming with the Alistar, with the Syndra follow-up, with the Morgana jumping in, Renekton diving in as well. The Tahm Kench negates a lot of that, making sure Carzzy safe on the immobile carry of Varus, but Mad Lions still have a lot of team fight for themselves. They have the Culling, the Rumble, the Equalizer, they've got the Gnar ult, the Varus ult, they have engage as well. So this will all come down to Dragons, I presume, unless Mad Lions get these solo laners ahead, and if they do, the Renekton's really going to struggle on side. And the thing is, with the 1-3-1, if you're ahead, you can always get to the objective first because you have push on these side lanes. So Pain Gaming needs to be careful not to let Humanoid and Armut get too far ahead.
eyes on the early game, eyes on finding that early lead and an advantage for Pain Gaming so they can set up the 1-3-1, so they can play through the Dragons. Of course, it's going to be a tall task up against the Mad Lions. It was an absolute back and forth banger the last time these two teams went toe-to-toe. We learned very quickly a one-sided lane phase does not always equal a one-sided game. We're going to have to find out how that changes here in the final matchup between these two teams. PSG already out, one slot remaining. Pain Gaming need to win here and then win again to contest Mad Lions in the tiebreaker. A lot of pressure here on both lineups. Mad Lions are feeling good at the start of this week, coming in 3-0. That is quickly taken away when they lose a game earlier in the day.
Yeah, Pain Gaming tournament lives on the line here. Sort of like a comfortable draft for them. You know, you've got the most played champion for Robo in the Gnar, a very comfortable champion for tinowns on the Syndra. The Morgana, obviously not super comfortable for Cariok, but it's a very meta champion. I presume he's played a lot in scrims. And we'll have to see how these two teams stack up against each other. Because the last time they faced, like you said, Pain Gaming were a slither of health on a Nexus from taking that win over Mad Lions.
A lot to think about. Of course, you mentioned it already. And again, to recap, Pain Gaming lose here. They are out. Mad is in. Technically, we would play later in the day to see who would go out as first seed. But it is inconsequential in this format. All that matters is that you are 1 or 2. The seeding difference is irrelevant. So for Mad, win here. Easy, relaxed rest of the day. Yes, you can fight to get the 2-0 over PSG. But ultimately, your space is secured in the Rumble stage. Pain playing for survival here. They need a lot to go in their favor if they want to force a tiebreaker at the day, but it will all fall away if they lose. So for now, their destiny is in their own hands to a certain degree.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how this game progresses, because I think Mad Lions, Halo Blades Varus, that's going to be a poke Varus, really good at setting up over objectives. And if you imagine a Rumble ult, a Gnar ult, a Varus poke, that's very dangerous against these immobile carries of Pain Gaming. But they have a Black Shield to work with, and they have Engage to pull the trigger. But Mad Lions might want to look for an Engage here. Kaiser has the sweeper level 1, so he's going to sweep here, probably going to spot out this ward, and it's going to be a 3v3 level 1. Maybe the mid laners can join in. Cariok actually going for the Raptors here. He might get level 2 by smiting them if he gets his W up again, and Mad Lions could be in trouble unless they get the red and get out.
They're moving, they're searching for the Morgana. He's going to smite a camp.
It's a level 2.
Potentially could find the turn here. Big if the binding manages to connect the flash in. Now that's going to be a Tahm Kench incredibly low. Tahm Kench until he has the Thick Skin is so squishy, and Kaiser is in trouble. First blood for brTT.
The invade backfires. Really good play from Pain Gaming there. Cariok really smart to just go for the Raptors, get level 2, hits the binding from the Q flash from Luci, and really good comms from Pain. They don't get it, like, they don't shake at all. They're not nervous when the invade comes in. Clean, calm, collected, good execution.
I absolutely love the adaptation there from Cariok. The second I saw that pool was started, I thought this is going to be a disaster for the individual fight. The fast level 2, finding that kill is big because it's not just him finding an advantage in the jungle. It's not just shutting down Mad Lions. It's setting up brTT for success. Carzzy has been a laning monster so far this tournament, Kadril, and brTT has been struggling. But by starting with a kill, certainly he's setting himself up for success.
Oh yeah, definitely. In Mad Lions bot lane, losing 3 summoner spells in that exchange. Really good adaptation from Pain because you have to think of their level 1. Morgana, Alistar, really weak level 1 versus a Tahm Kench Rumble, but they managed to make it work. They get the level 2 and they punish the invade. So this will definitely help out bot lane a lot. brTT and Luci losing their flash though.
Something to note. Now, of course, before they back and spend that money, it is just a small difference in XP overall. You can see they have lane priority, able to get the level 2 first, but it won't amount to big item differences yet.
And that's really important because Alistar level 1 is very weak, so that could get the push for them for Mad Lions, but that level 1 backfires, and now they get the push, they get the level 2 first. As we see, the prio in bots will come through because of this level 1, but top lane, really big trading. Both junglers pathing up there.
Keeping our eyes continuously. Our top lane, of course, is going to be important. We'll check up there in a little bit, but for now, focus remains on bot lane. Part of the reason we are concerned for brTT is just the fact that Carzzy so far this tournament has had just incredible stats overall. One of the strongest performing individual players. Incredible damage per minute, damage share on the team, K+A, gold difference. This guy has been absolutely dominating the group as far as AD carries go. That said, it looks like we may have some action on the top side. PNG not looking to focus on the bot lane.
Yeah, both junglers up here. Elyoya knows Cariok's here. He's pinging for assistance. Armut was already forced to TP back. That ward should spot out Elyoya now, and Cariok has his flash to work with. No smite though. Both junglers no smite. He's just gonna have to give this one up, but good pressure. If Robo can crash this wave, he can keep his TP, but the binding connects, and I don't think much will happen here unless Mad Lions want to find a re-engage.
Robo getting poked a little bit here, but for now able to hold on to lane priority. Excellent wave clear early on from the Renekton.
I really like this early game from Pain. They punish the invade, and look at the vision they have in the top side jungle. Pink already on the entrance red. 2 wards on the top side. Elyoya spotted out. Robo can base for free now, and they're actually getting some early push going in mid as well. tinowns pushed in. He was ready to move top before the play happened. Robo going to TP back up here as well, so not a huge net positive for them, but the pressure is there.
Yeah. Armut still mega though. Robo not able to get the stun off there. Good use of the wallet from Armut to win out on the trade. Robo though using his TP. Bit of a timing difference there. Armut will have a brief window where he does have TP advantage. We'll see how he capitalizes on that. Of course, checking in on the mid lane. Last time we saw these two guys play tinowns, you said it yourself, getting the solo kill. Looked incredible. This time around up against a much more high pressure champion, I think, in the early game of the Lucian. So maybe with a little jungle assistance with the level 6, he can't find the kill on Humanoid, but for now it is a pretty decent CS lead in favor of Humanoid. About 10 creeps in his favor, even as the wave crashes.
Yeah, and last time the mid matchup was Zoe into Kog'Maw, right? We didn't expect the Kog'Maw coming out from Humanoid, but there it was, a scaling pick. Now he's on a much more aggressive early game pick, so he can contest the early push. And if he gets solo killed in this matchup, that'll make it very difficult for Mad Lions, but I think he should have the push. Already has a small CS lead, has the mana advantage, already burned the TP though. But he does have pressure in mid. Both junglers full cleared. Expect them both to base soon. Elyoya already basing, and I expect Cariok to base after these Raptors. But there's a pink in the tri-bush, and Kaiser's flash is still down, so there's a window or a world where maybe he wants to look for something here.
Luci walking up. Maybe setting up here. See if Kaiser and Carzzy sniff it out. They are going to back away. Not sure if the creep does spot Morgana there. Cariok. Here comes the Hex Flash. This is going to be massive. Hide step there, but not hitting really the priority target. Just threatening a little bit, just trying to get a little bit of wave priority here, of course, but by using the combo on the Varus does make it very easy for Kaiser's the Tahm Kench to just devour and get him out safely.
Yeah, they were way too far back to find that engage, but Elyoya has already based and cleared his second respawn Raptors. He's already on the map, he already has the Sork shoes. And Cariok is almost like a step behind here. Still level 4, just base now, has the Predator, and that means because he showed bot side, Elyoya has window to work with here.
Level 6, that's going to be big. That's the combo, going to drop tower aggro, leaping out to safety, holding on for one more shot than he wanted to, though. That's big. Robo instantly turns and burns, blood in the water, and the Croc finds the kill.
It's Robo's day today. He gets the solo kill onto Armut when they look for the dive, turns that around, and now Cariok gets room to breathe. If they got this top dive, maybe they could have contested his top side jungle as well, but Robo turns it around. He's had a bit of a questionable tournament the last 2 games on the Camille and the Karma. The Darius performance was great, but this comfort pick of Renekton already doing its dividends.
Look, the Darius game was there. The fan support has been there at every single moment, and now the performance is there to back it up. Clutch turn. Armut tanking 1 too many tower shots. They thought they had the perfect dive. Renekton turning around in an instant, and honestly, high-risk play for Mad Lions. Diving a Renekton with ultimate up and available is a bold move.
Yeah, they thought they had a window to work with jungle showing bot side. They thought they could get the 2v1 dive. Robo turns it around. Really good early game here from Pain Gaming, which was their question mark coming into this tournament, because the last 3 games we've seen them, their early games have been very weak. Humanoids move towards the bot side though. brTT and Luci both have summoners. There's no TPs to work with though, so they could zone them away from this wave. Cariok needs to make his way down.
Morgana on the way down. brTT still only level 4. Has Swifty, so he can get in and out of these trades pretty quickly. Luci waiting off to the side with flash up. Mad aren't going to commit here, but they are going to crash a massive wave, give Pain Gaming no room to freeze.
Really smart play from Humanoid there. He translates his mid pressure to bot because he knows tinowns had to base. So instead of basing himself, even though he's out of mana, he runs down here, makes it so Mad Lions can crash a wave and chunk out Pain Gaming, give them a couple seconds to play with. Does end up chunking him down, and he won't lose too much in mid when Humanoid base and comes back. So let's look at this again. Robo's actually level 5. I think he levels up perhaps from one of the creeps that he eased through. Let's see. Eased through the creep, gets level 6 from the creep that he kills, flashes in, gets the ultimate off as well, and turns the 2v1. Really well played from Robo. Really good limit testing there. He knows. I would love to hear the comms there.
Hopefully we get that in the comms breakdown later. But for now, Cadril, I mean, respect to Robo, right? This is definitely not an easy matchup. On paper, Robo, as we said, struggling. He had that fantastic Darius game. No doubt that he was the big carry force there. But for the rest of the tournament, he's been a bit quiet. We were concerned for the side of Pain Gaming in this match. Armut has been very dominant outside of the match that he played earlier today. And while Robo's KDA has not been the most fantastic, it looks like he is showing up to play in this game.
Yeah, KDA doesn't look fantastic. Obviously had like 9 deaths on Camille, 1-4 last game against PSG. But just in general, the Darius game was the highlight for him. It's what turned the fight in the top side jungle. I think everyone will remember that fight. And then he did manage to pick up that 1 win that they have from turning the game around. But Robo's definitely far ahead here. Level up. Armut no flash, so he has to be careful. Predator.
He can dash it to safety, but Cariok is still coming in at full speed.
Oh!
Clean sidestep. No, the binding still manages to connect. Armut's going to be in trouble. That's a mini Gnar. He's just getting shredded. That's another one for Robo. A second thumbs up just for a little extra.
This is such good news for Pain Gaming. Really good adaptation there to play topside. Cariok punishes no flash on the Gnar with the Predator. And the early game of Pain is their strength. This is what's actually helping them win the game. We said it through on the desk especially as well, that Pain was so weak in the early game. But this time around, they're winning out in the early game. Whereas Mad Lions with the team dominating the early games. First tower, first held, all these things going so well for them. Yet to pick up a kill. The only thing that's going from Mad Lions here in the early game is mid's winning, but that's not really going to carry you through the game. Robo's so far ahead already.
It's a solid look. And you're right that Humanoid, the big strong point for the map, has been mid-prio. It just has not really amounted to a whole lot. And Cariok and Robo doing so well to play together from that first blood. It just feels like Pain Gaming have been in the driver's seat. Even with Mad being the ones trying to make proactive plays, Pain have just punished so cleanly left and right. And it's gone now from Mad, hey, you try that first play, it fails. You try that second play, the tower dive topside, that fails. And now Pain are the one forcing plays topside and maybe looking to continue to extend or continue to accelerate, rather, the pace of this game.
And they can definitely accelerate the game. They've got the Herald now as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go towards the top side. Crack open that top tower, and then what Robo can do is push in the waves top, move mid, and then you have 2 pressure points on the map, and Humanoid has to slowly give up the push. But for now, Humanoid will keep this pushing mid. tinowns has the blue buff, so he can contest it. But jungle support teaming up, Luci could be in danger here.
Luci overstaying his welcome, burning very quickly. Elyoya just does so much damage. That's a level 5 Alistar. He's only got Swifties to his names, and brTT might be in trouble as well. Cariok standing behind here. He's going to be able to back out for now. Body block coming in from the Krugs to make sure a binding cannot connect. They're fighting over the camp. Kaiser in the area, trying to get it with the tongue lash, but won't. Minor objectives here. brTT walking up to the tower, but Humanoid is staying around. 4 members from Mad Lions on the bottom side. TP from Robo, just a few seconds away. tinowns could TP as well, but Carzzy just going to grab a few plates, and both sides going to back away.
Yeah, big mistake from Luci there, trying to contest vision on his own. Gets punished, loses his flash. Mad Lions gets full bot side vision in the opposing jungle. And they're going to pick up the dragon as well. So good early game play there from Mad Lions. They keep the bot push. They're playing towards the bot side of the map, but top side is still struggling for Mad Lions.
I mean, it's just absolutely unplayable for Armut. Look at this massive damage.
Whoa! What is that damage?
That's Renekton, dude. I know it's been a while, but that's level 10. He's max ranked 1 ability. He rolls up to you, instant conqueror proc. He just does so much damage. Look how far ahead he is. He's got tabbies. He's got Iron Spike Whip. He's got the Hearthbound axe.
Yeah, and he's going to have to TP back here, Armut, I think. Doesn't look like he's going to do it, so he's going to lose another plate and the wave, falling even further behind. Okay, he does end up TPing. He was running out of base a little bit there, but that means Robo has TP advantage here.
Dash out, doesn't even tank a tower shot. Robo playing this very cleanly with the advantage that he has. Armut doing what he can to hold on, but this one's difficult. Of course, there's no wave to back him up, but if Armut overstays as well, come up, surprise binding, but quick on the trigger finger there is Armut. He is going to hop right back out to safety.
Yeah, both teams playing to the opposite sides of the map here. Elyoya's adapting since the solo kill top, knowing that they can't contest top side 2v2. Herald's fallen, let's commit all our resources. Bot, Humanoid's moving bot with his mid push as well. They end up securing a few plates and the dragon, but this Herald is going to be a big pressure point. Once this Herald crashes and Robo gets first tower, it means he can move towards mid, and Mad Lions will lose this pressure point in mid because Robo can move down there. Gets the tower. Can he get the wave, though? I think he wants to stay for this. This could be dangerous, though. Elyoya's around, but he has vision on him.
Gnar about to come through. Hard to get away from Gnar, but if you can get on top of him, very easy kill pickup for Robo. And, of course, just checking in, Robo, massive individual lead, but important to note that overall the gold, only about a 2K difference in favor of Pain Gaming. Very big at 12 minutes in. Pain certainly in the driver's seat, but for Mad Lions, they're absolutely not out of it yet. We are getting closer and closer, especially for the Rumble, as well as for Humanoid on the Lucian in the mid lane to those first item spikes, as now Gale Force does come through.
Yeah, and 2,000 gold lead for Robo. Picked up the Stride Breaker, has the plate steel caps, Ruby Crystal, Longsword, whereas Armut only really has an Iron Spike Whip to work with. So now this top tower being down frees up Robo, so he can move around the map. The Dragon's not up for 3 minutes, though, but it means that they can contest his bot side vision. You can see Cariok is moving into the bot side with tinowns, and that's because Robo's behind them. Armut has no TP. There's no way Mad Lions can contest his vision.
Pressure on Pain now to snowball this lead cleanly, I feel like, Kadril. Because we've seen in this group so many times an early game lead just does not amount to anything because teams make single mistakes around big key objectives or can't really snowball their lead. If they find a kill, though, here on the Humanoid,
Luci,
it would be massive. Luci waiting over the wall. Looks like accidental cancel on the Hex Flash there.
Yeah.
Wanted to start that channel.
Maybe a misplay or miscommunication. Maybe Luci backed off the play, but it looked like they were going to 3-man mid, and that's what we were talking about as we see a pause come in. That's what we were talking about. When this top tower falls, Robo can push in top, move towards mid. He has a lot of time to work with, which means Humanoid has to give up mid push, which means you lose.
Oh, but sounds like we are getting ready here to get into game.
Oh, we're back.
And we're back.
Let's go.
Ow, wonderful. All right, so if you're just joining us, there was a pause. Luci was feeling unwell. We'll hope that he's feeling better, that in that pause, maybe he got a chance to compose himself and go forward as he now returns to the bottom lane. It is still a lead for Pain Gaming. Yes, there is a Mountain Drake for Mad, which will matter as we get later and later in the game. But recap, 4-1 composition from the side of Pain. Having Renekton ahead does a lot of work for this team. But with Humanoid up in the mid lane, Have to see how Mad Lions can respond.
Yeah, and the last thing that happened in this game was top tower fell, and Pain was able to retake bot side vision. But now Robo had to go back top side to push out the wave, taking away the enemy red buff on the minimap, I think, here. And that means Mad Lions can retake the bot side control. And the reason they're doing this is because both teams' objectives are these bot towers, and it will be the Drake in 2 minutes. So having prior setup means you have the vision, which means you can set up for the dragon. The enemy team has to face check you. So that's the last thing we saw. Mad Lions controlling the bot side, playing towards Carzzy on this bot side of the map. That's why he has a minor CS lead. You got 2 or 3 plates as well on the bot side of the map. But Robo has TP advantage. Another big thing to think about, trading so aggressively on Armut, he has TP advantage. So if Mad Lions pull the trigger on this bot dive, there could be a TP behind them.
Eyes on Robo, eyes on that TP. Armut, though, very close to Gnar, so Robo has to be careful about how he times that, but for now, it looks like they're just not going to contest. Pain doing a very good job of respecting when Mad Lions has multiple members here on the bottom side of the map. That said, you see instantly Cariok move in, lays down the Tormented Soil, tries to get a bit of wave pressure in the mid lane. tinowns, though, still can't really approach here. He's already used his TP. Humanoid now with the TP advantage, but Pain really want to shut this Lucian down.
Yeah, and the thing is, Robo just keeps staying in fog of war. He pushes out top waves and he just sits in the enemy jungle on pinks, which means Humanoid has to stay on this bot side of the map. He has a lot of vision to work with, so he's not really scared of too much, but he can't actually see where Robo is. So if a wave gets pushed into his tower, there's a risk he could get dove. But if Elyoya hangs around and he can push the wave in and keep running towards bot side, then he should be fine. Hang on, though.
It's going to be engaged. That's going to be the immediate stun. The CC, the follow-up. Humanoid just gets knocked out. He has the Gale Force. He has the Flash. Didn't think he needed it or did not push it fast enough, but clean CC laying there from the side of Pain.
And really good play from Robo. We talked about how topside pressure will translate mid. Humanoid disrespected it in a point. I mean, he can hug the bot side of mid, he can play it a lot better in terms of dashing away from the stun, but the chain CC takes him down, and now Pain can push in this mid wave, and they take the next Herald as well. 20 seconds on the dragon, we'll see if they want to contest that too, but Humanoid has TP, but really good play from Robo so far this game.
Again, Robo really stepping up. And remember, early laning phase was fine, it was okay, but it was the forced dive from Mad Lions that went south very quickly. He instantly sees that opportunity to punish, and he's been playing out of his mind ever since. Huge CS lead on the top side, 3-0-0. Stride Breaker on his way to that second item as well as the second Herald drops in. Mad, the good news, you get a dragon back, but with Renekton this strong, it is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, Pain, they don't want to contest bot side, they don't have the vision, they're taking the Herald in the first place anyway, but this Herald can go mid. Carzzy's getting chunked out though.
Instant follow-up CC, Carzzy just getting deleted in the mid lane. They can drop the Herald mid if they want to. They've got a wave here too. Pain are absolutely taking over this game. 1,000 gold lead, about to get just a little bigger.
Look top though as well, Robo's diving Armut in between 2 towers. He has a wave to play with too.
Big. Running out of rage though, 3 stacks hyper. He has to go back through enemy tower. If he auto attacks again, he needs to get the 100-0 combo. Here comes Cariok on the backside. Armut taking his time on this one, trying to outplay. Clean sidestep, now goes in. Equalizer drops. Armut about to go mega. Tahm Kench on the way in. Pain Gaming forced to back away, but remember, in the meantime, brTT is hitting mid lane. He will break that one down.
The black shield from Cariok stops Armut's flash ult into the wall. Robo doesn't even hesitate with his flash. Cariok saves his top laner's flash and saves his life there.
Massive play. Pain Gaming out for blood here against the Mad Lions. Mad Lions coming out swinging, but the counter punches from Pain have just been so strong.
Wow, such good reaction times from Cariok. Really good at read that Armut was going to flash over the wall. I don't even know if he had vision on him when he did, so if that was just pure reaction times, that was really impressive. You remember Canyon's Black Shield onto Ghost as well, with the Urgot chains trying to pull him in. Kind of like frame split decision worked out, but Luci, hang on, doesn't have the ultimate. I don't think he can go in.
Baited for a brief moment there, as it was not quite clear what direction Luci was going to Hex Flash in, as he tries to take away the big Raptor, but it looks like Elyoya was able to grab it.
But this is really big for Pain. What they lost on the other side was a couple bot waves, which tinowns did eventually catch, and they lose the bot tier 1. But you expect that in a cross map, but Pain pressure top tier 2, they zone Armut through a few waves, they got his flash, and they got mid tier 1. So Pain, even though they lost the 2 Drakes in the early game, they've got a gold lead, and you can see that translating with the Heralds.
And I think it's just a difficult game now for Mad Lions to play out. Armut, of course, has a bit of pressure here on the top side, but as long as he's mini Gnar, Robo can essentially one-shot him. When he's Mega Gnar, he can trade, but he doesn't really get to decide when he turns Mega Gnar, right? To a certain degree, maybe a bit, but Robo now cheating a wave here. tinowns pushing in on the bottom side.
I just want to highlight how smart Robo's playing this. He could sit under top tower and try to clear out waves in Armut's face and not allow this cross map, but he knew Humanoid would be top side. Carzzy gets hit again.
Waiting, Hex Flash now coming in. Luci opts not to go, but there's brTT trying to finish the job. Big arrow channeling will poke back, but not quite able to get it done. brTT burning, but he'll make it out alive.
Yeah, Pain Gaming are reading the map really well. Humanoid sat in the top side jungle for about a minute or two now. He's going to catch this mid wave, but they knew that they were looking for a dive top side. Robo could have stayed top with the TP, but he doesn't want to look for these 2v1s. He doesn't want to get shut down, but now he has big items. Sterak, Stride Breaker, plated steel caps at 18 minutes. This Renekton's massive.
Luci taking some good damage. No equalizer follow, but Humanoid might not even need it. Tries to dash back in, but it's clean move from Humanoid, trying to make up for earlier, and he's going to look to finish it here. Elyoya grabs the kill. brTT turning back. They will not overstay.
Yeah, really good punish from Mad Lions there. Luci stepping up way too far. Didn't have the flash. Bit of a confusing play there. I'm not sure what they were fishing for on that mid wave. I think they should have just given it up. But Mad Lions nevertheless get a pick, and they're going to push in these mid waves, relieve a little bit of map pressure, and that means Pain Gaming have to catch these waves, and they get a lot of vision and information.
Arrows are there for Carzzy, trying to find the poke.
Hang on, look at Robo. Is he going for Elyoya on his red buff? I think there is vision. He does get spotted out, but Cariok getting chunked out as well.
Yeah, has to be careful about stepping forward. The fact that red being alive means the double dash is free. Mad though, looking to collapse. brTT potentially overstaying. Ult goes wide from Carzzy.
Robo needs to be careful.
Robo in no man's land. 300 gold shutdown up available. He's going to try to dash. He's debating where does he have to go, but he's back into his team. Mad cannot find the kill. They get the flash, they get the ultimate, but it might be Armut who's now in trouble. Very tense exchange of cooldowns here, but neither side going to find a kill. Neither side going to go for a total engage.
Yeah, TP for flash there. Robo does eventually get up, had to flash out the wall because he didn't have the E up. Carzzy missed the Chains of Corruptions. I think he didn't have vision. He was looking for brTT on the rotation to help out Robo there. But nevertheless, flash for TP. Robo's going to run bot side and catch the wave. Just pressure points for Mad Lions. Pressure on top from Robo on the red buff. Does end up taking it away, and now pressure on bot as he pushes in these waves. But 1 minute till the Dragon. I think Pain Gaming need to make sure they keep bot side vision and they secure this Dragon. Putting Mad Lions on soul point is very dangerous.
It very much is. And of course, their big strong point, Robo, they need to make sure that Robo can find that flank, that he can be the big powerhouse in the team fight because he is the one with the gold advantage. It's only now 1,000 gold that separates these teams. Mad Lions are going to make that up when they grab the third tower if they get the opportunity. But of course, in the fight, Dragons are going to start to mean more and more the later we get. If Mad Lions go to soul point, Pain might not ever get to fight on their terms.
Yeah, and Robo having this bot push helps the map out so much. You can see Mad Lions have the mid push because brTT had the base, but still 30 seconds, and Pain Gaming have bot side vision. Maybe Mad Lions want to look for a Baron start to trade off the Dragon, but I think that's very dangerous 20 minutes in the game. But they are putting vision topside, so maybe they don't even want to contest this Dragon.
Pulling back for now. Ooh, Cadril. It's difficult, it's tense. You know, Pain have to be thinking about it, the potential for the incredible miracle run to make it out of this group.
Yeah.
But a single misstep, a single play where it turns against you could be disastrous. You cannot afford to let the Varus Rumble composition find any kind of lead in these team fights.
Yeah, one lockdown CC from the Varus ult or just from the Gnar into the wall on top of an equalizer, a Lucian culling, it's lights out. So they have to be very careful how they pick and choose their fights. They have got good engage. Luci has the flash on Alistar. They are going to get this Drake for free because Mad Lions are giving it up to keep the top side vision because they know that if they contest the fight now, there could be a chance they lose the fight. And if they do, they lose Baron too, so the game falls apart. So very risky play to go for. And they're just going to keep farming up, get the second, third items on your carries, and then look for the fights later on.
And I like the PNG set up all the vision around the Dragon. They give that respect over this. They get that for free. Mad Lions not even looking to contest, not looking to risk anything.
And you can look at the 1-3-1 and 1-4s on the map right now. Robo has bot push. Imagine Robo did not have bot push right now. Mad Lions would have 3 pushing lanes, and he can do things like this. This is very risky, though, I have to say.
Right into the face of everybody, Elyoya. Now burning does a ton of damage. The follow-up can be there, but Kaiser has not used the Devour quite yet. It's going to save him out. That's going to be big. Humanoid coming over the wall. Equalizer. Robo overstays, and now it is brTT who is in trouble. That is 2 free kills to the side of Mad Lions. Robo, very much in enemy territory, gets dropped.
Robo's way too deep. Having the bot push is great, but looking for plays like this is so dangerous. Goes into 3 people, ends up losing his life. Shut down for Mad Lions. 2 kills for Mad Lions. They're not going to be able to translate this into an objective, though. But still, Mad Lions have a gold lead now.
And that's a start. Now they can start to turn it because remember, the Varus is getting stronger and stronger. He's stacking up on that Muramana, or Humanoid rather, is on 2 items. And while Armut certainly is suffering, with Renekton off the map, very easy for Mad to sustain pressure here in the mid lane.
Luci?
Ooh, goes a bit wide.
Used the ground. I think what happened there, he tried to buffer his combo, but Humanoid dashed away.
He might have enough damage. Humanoid now needs to dash to the safety, but there's Kaiser. He's just going to body block, holding onto the Devour in case there's anything else.
Yeah, and I think what happened there was just a bad interaction for Luci. You could see the idea, he wanted to flash combo, but I think Lucian's dash meant that his W was actually cancelled on the buffer, so it just queued the ground. So that's really unfortunate. Luci loses his flash, small blunder there, and now Mad Lions keep this mid push. They have the bot push now as well. So Mad Lions definitely in the lead here, but Pain still have the tools to win fights. brTT's 2 kills. Robo is still really strong on this Renekton. They just need to make sure they find the target, like Humanoid, and lock him down.
And again, last time they played, close game. 10 health on a Nexus, the thing that separated. This time, in that exchange, it was just a sweeper. There's no sweeper there. They wait. He finds a priority target. That fight can turn in favor of Pain, but they spot him out early. They finish him off before there's any backup, and Pain certainly taking some risks that they did not need to. But as you said, not out of this game yet. There's no soul point on the board quite yet. Neither of these teams can really take Baron without some kind of fight from the opposite side. So in a very close, not quite, but pretty close to even game state.
Yeah, I think the majority of the gold lead for Mad Lions here on the mid jungle with the CS leads. So the Renekton and the Jhin are going to still be really strong. Not much frontline for Mad Lions, barring the Tahm Kench. This Gnar isn't that tanky yet, so should be able to deal with him, especially with Mercury Treads. And you can see the 1-3-1 of Mad Lions. Humanoid on the top side, Armut at the bot. And you can see tinowns keeps moving mid, and that's the 1-4, right? You can see it on the minimap right now, but we've got another pause.
And of course, we'll keep you updated as to what exactly is happening here in the pause. A bit crazy, I would say, in this game overall. I was sweating bullets.
A bit Carzzy.
A bit Carzzy. As he shows up on on our screen rather. You guys can't see him, but we're getting a nice zoom in on our side monitor here. We'll keep you up to date as to exactly what's happening, as we always do. Pain Gaming versus Mad Lions. Again, if you're just joining us, stakes. We'll talk about them. Because after this game, there might not be any left. But if there are stakes remaining for the day, it is a crazy hype storyline where Pain Gaming could upset one of the major regions, could upset the Mad Lions, the current LEC champion, and make history for the CB LoL, to be quite honest.
It's a long road ahead. It starts with this game if they can close it out. But if they can't, unfortunately for Pain, that means Mad Lions wins, and Mad Lions and PSG are going through. But we have a really interesting game at the end of the day with Mad Lions versus PSG to see the battle of the egos. Who's better?
You say it starts with a win here. Would you say that it starts with success?
Oh, the game started. That's good timing.
All right.
I'm not cursing anyone today.
Here we are. 39.5, 41.1. You guys can read, but sometimes I like to do it for you. Robo going to move in, of course, hitting himself probably after that last mistake, but he has built such a large lead that while giving away the shutdown certainly sucks, it is not the end of the world for him or for the side of Pain Gaming. Next objective in both team sites has to be this next dragon. Infernal Soul big for both sides with all the poke they bring to the table.
Look at that gold lead in mid. Humanoid, 1 level up, almost 2,500 gold up on tinowns with the CS lead, with the kill.
I think he took the last solo kill very personally, if I had to guess. That's what it feels like to me.
Personally. Hang on, Armut's looking for Robo here. They have the Tahm Kench, but the TPs are coming in as well. tinowns doesn't have TP to respond.
Robo feels a bit high risk. Stridebreaker in. Good damage down on a Humanoid. Now he's looking for the follow-up. Humanoid. That's a lot of damage from the Renekton. The calling, though, just barely manages to make it out. That was an aggressive play from Mad Lion, just barely working in their favor.
Yeah, really nice try from Robo. He landed all his bursts, but he didn't have the damage. What does this kill give Mad Lions? They're going to get bot push. Maybe they want to rotate down and try and take this bot tier 2. But this mid lane tier 1 Tower of Pain is just a pain in the side for Mad Lions. They can't really walk too deep into the jungle. They have to be very careful of face checking. Once they crack open that mid tier 1, it should be a lot easier to snowball the game when you get these kind of picks. But Humanoid base and catches top wave. Armut's going to push in bot. They won't get a huge objective out of this, but that's another kill for Mad Lions.
And keep in mind, while Armut was suffering early in the lane, he's now ahead in CS. He has been catching up overall. When it comes to levels, Robo, you still feel like can pull out ahead, but the Gnar is getting stronger and stronger, and with Vision set up on the bottom side, it is certainly Mad Lions who have more favorable control over the Dragon Pit for now.
And look at this, Armut has 2 items, and he has a shutdown on himself now after that early game. Is going to base before this Dragon spawns in 40 seconds, and I think that's what both teams are eyeing up. tinowns pushing out top, and this TP from Humanoid doesn't really matter because he's on top side anyway, on the Baron side of the map, so having TP doesn't really matter for him. Getting a pick for TP is really worth it for him at this stage of the game. Armut needs to be careful in where he uses his TP, obviously because he'll be on the bot side of the map, and Robo still has it as well. But Dragon in 20 seconds, I wonder if both these teams are going to walk into the Dragon Pit and maybe start it up.
A lot of big team fighting ults for the side of Mad. We talked about it being a 1-3-1 composition, but when you have a Gnar ult into a Rumble ult, it feels like you can win just about any team fight. The setup has to be there, though, because PNG are waiting in the darkness. Binding goes wide, though, burning their cooldowns a bit prematurely, and now the Equalizer comes down. Big damage from downtown. They're not even in range, and they're already doing work here. Out comes the Jhin ultimate, but it's too little too late. It's Humanoid on the side, and Mad have won this fight before it even started. This is an absolute slaughter. I don't even think Pain Gaming have done a single point of damage. Mad Lions take that one with ease.
Yeah, 4 kills from Mad. They're going to pick up the Baron and the Dragon there. What happened was they were trying to threaten Baron. Pain thought they could threaten Baron when Mad Lions go to Drake, but Mad Lions just walk up in the pit, toss down the Equalizer, the Varus poke as well. Pain Gaming had to run for the hills. You saw Robo base, and he was trying to TP in with Guardian Angel. Doesn't end up pulling the trigger because Pain are just wiped before he can do it.
Just brutal. You can see
Robo's going to go in for it, I think.
Robo turning. Can he get this down? Robo dashes in. He's not going to be able to finish it. Robo in the midst of the entire team wants to heal back up, but Humanoid manages to make it over the wall. Now Robo trying to turn it. He's getting resurrected, but there's no way. He cannot find a kill. Kaiser, all of the Mad Lions are here. Robo tries, but it does not work in the end.
Disaster for Robo on top of everything. Mad Lions get everything they wanted, and they get his Guardian Angel, so that's going to really hurt him in these later stager fights. Mad Lions have just run off with a lead in just a simple matter of 1 or 2 minutes. They've got a massive advantage over Pain.
And Kadril this is crazy. We were at a neck-and-neck game. It was almost dead even. A single mistake from Robo, but it felt like Pain could still fight back. But in those team fights, they waited in that bush for just a little bit too long. That's the power of the Rumble, the long-range Varus poke, and with the rest of the team there to follow up, you just cannot make those positioning mistakes.
Yeah, Mad Lions are just punishing Pain at every option. Robo tries to move mid, they collapse on him and kill him. They try to threaten the Baron when Mad Lions might want to step up for this Infernal Soul, but then they just pull the trigger, engage the culling, the equalizer, the Varus poke. There's so much range, and Pain need to be the ones engaging if they want to find a winning team fight. But in the end, they're on Dragon Soul point now. Mad Lions have the Baron, and they're going to set up the 4-1 now coming out. Armut doesn't have TP, so he wants to be with his team with the Mega Gnar to prevent any engages, and they're going to play for this mid tier 1 and now this bot tier 2.
And in this Red Bull Baron power play, you can already see almost 3K in the favor of Mad. It's only going to continue to grow as they break down these tier 2s. Humanoid waiting on the bottom side. Armut almost with the Mega Gnar ready. tinowns waiting. Early stride breaker used here. No one really wants to go in on that Mega Gnar. Luci's going to try it anyway, but he whiffs. Big damage now coming down. Alistar giving his life for nothing. Luci forced to back away. Now it's not just the tier 2, but the inhibitor tower that's being threatened.
Now Pain Gaming have no engage, so Mad Lions have more range, and they're just going to have to walk back. Maybe they can try to clear the waves with Morgana and Syndra, but right now there's 2 pressure points in the map. Carzzy's going to push in mid. I think they're going to rotate from bot to mid and have 2 or 3 numbers on both these lanes. Pain Gaming, they need to stop the siege somehow, but they don't have any engage.
Mad Lions just continue to step forward. The siege is just relentless here. You've got the poke Varus as well. Robo's been locked up. He's forced to back away. Carzzy pushing in. Mad Lions, they're not looking to give Pain Gaming any room to maneuver here. They remember what happened last time. They do not want this to be a close game. The second they find a big lead, they are looking to end this as quickly as possible.
What can Pain do? They can't clear out the creeps because they're Baron buffed up. 2 cannons on both lanes. Maybe Mad Lions can threaten some kind of end here. The problem is they can't hit the towers. They can't step up too far. Luci's up on this Alistar and he's flanking around. If Mad Lions just base here, all they have to play for is a stop inhibitor, but Pain, if they let them base and spend their gold, it's going to be really hard to win the next team fight.
Luci trying to buy a bit of space. Is going to get locked up. Is just going to get burned down. Can't get anything done. The equalizer off cooldown.
Oh, Luci tried to find some kind of engage. You can see the play. If Mad Lions can base now and spend all their gold, you can see Cyrilda's Grudge for Carzzy. All the core items are coming in. And now when the siege top happens, it's lights out for Pain. I don't think they can find a fight if Mad Lions can get this gold spent. 10,000 gold lead Dragon Soul point, and their last objective is going to be this top tier 3 inhibitor.
And it was going to take a miracle just in the schedule, just in the results outside of the hands of Pain Gaming. But now in this game, it'll take a miracle just to hold on to hope for even another game, another minute, another moment, because Mad Lions are simply too far ahead. We went from just about dead even to 9K gold in the favor of Mad. And Kaiser overextends here. Maybe they get something back. Maybe they stall. But Mad Lions don't even need the Baron anymore. They can just threaten across the entire map. brTT now in trouble. He's healing, but Armut is just unconcerned.
In just a matter of 3 minutes, this game's just turned on its head. Mad Lions with the landslide gold lead. TP's back on top wave to keep up the tempo. Carioka's just dead.
Absolutely cold. Mad Lions moving in. No chance for hope today. Mad Lions are here to make it out of the first group. Robo taken down. They are getting cut down where they stand. Pain Gaming, no hope left. Ultimate connects in as well. Luci now in trouble. His ultimate forced out, and you have to feel that this is just the end. Mad Lions, with this win, will lock it up. They will qualify. They will make it to the Rumble stage, and with it, they will take away the last hope of the CBLOL and Pain Gaming. They are slowly but surely ending it. They do not have a creep wave, but they do not need one because it is here now, and they will close this out. They will kill the Nexus, and they will take their place in the Rumble stage.
It looks shaky in the early stages, but Mad Lions find a couple picks, they get a Baron, and then the game just ends in a blink of an eye. Mad Lions really good when they're ahead. Their mid and late game, very, I think it's a lot better. It's improved a lot since the last couple of days we've seen. When they had that Baron, they just kind of ran away with the game. Really good setup, really good identification. Luci tried to find the engages here and there in the mid to late game, but he just couldn't find them. Mad Lions punish it, and they're going to go through to the next round.
And an emotional roller coaster for sure for the side of Pain. Hearts out to Luci. In such a high pressure game, it sucks to be feeling ill, to be feeling unwell, to not be able to end on your highest level of performance. Of course, Mad can feel happy, but for Pain, this is certainly a heartbreaker.
It's definitely a heartbreaker, and Luci feeling unwell means it must be hard for him to focus. You could see a couple misplays here and there, trying to look for fights when he perhaps shouldn't have. And in the end, Mad Lions take the win, and Pain aren't going to be able to make the miracle run.
It was always difficult. It'll always take more than just a win here. 2 wins back-to-back, a loss from Mad Lions.